I believe that Harambee Stars can do it, though personally I feel that the fact that we didn't play in Tanzania was a setback, and I believe that the team is going to win. The reason why I feel that it is a setback is simply because this was a tournament for us to gauge ourselves. Look at the fact that Tanzania won all their 2 matches. They won their first match against Uganda, their second match up against 2-1 against the defending champion Senegal. So it puts Tanzania into shape. They're ready for the tournament. Football, they say that you're as good as your last match. So once again, I feel that it was a very big disappointment that our team did not participate in the tournament. Several issues notwithstanding, but I think we ought to have played so that we could have gauged ourselves. We were lined up to play against Uganda in our first encounter. The second encounter was to play against Senegal, who arrived hours and walked into the pitch. I think that was sportsman. They portrayed their sportsmanship. They arrived, and I think about 10 hours later, they were playing their opening match in that tournament. So we missed an opportunity to showcase ourselves, and I believe that there are even players who might have played for the very first time for our national team, and they might not play because the next match we are playing, I think, against Congo. It will be the opening match. There will be a lot of tension, and before you notice it, some players might not be able to get an opportunity. So I feel we missed a very big opportunity to play in Karatu.
Innocent Motiso, to you as a player, what's your take on these, having missed playing the Four Nations
the Four Nations tournament would have been a very good meter gauge to see where Kenya is at the moment. We needed to play the likes of the defending champion Senegal and also play Tanzania to see where we are. And at the moment, we didn't play that in that tournament, and all the side shows, the behind-the-scenes stories we've been hearing, I really hope it's not true, because it really dents the psyche of a player once you fully focus on a tournament, and then you're being told you're already in place, but you're being told that you'll not be playing in this tournament. You have to go back home. So it takes a toll on a player's psyche. But then again, I really hope that the players are still focused, and they did not let that setback, that minor setback, get in the way of their focus in the tournament. And they've played a couple of friendlies, the latest being against Kenya Police, the champions of the Kenya Premier League 2024-2025 season, and they beat them 4-0. So at least they are somewhere. And going to the first match against DRC, it will be a very difficult game, but I really hope that the boys are ready. When you see the coach looks ready, and once the coach instills that confidence to the players, then we go into that first match with high hopes that Kenya, if we beat DRC in the first match, then it will open the door for the other matches. At least we get 2 wins and 1 draw, then we are in the quarterfinals, and that is our hope. And we'll see, that's where the money comes. Actually, right now, Kenya is assured of 25.8 million Kenya shillings in the group stages, and if they win, if they finish at the third places or the second place or even number 1, then the more games you win, the more money you get. So when the players see that there's that much cash in front of them, I don't think they will let that go.
So pesa sabuni ya roho.
Pesa sabuni ya roho.
Now, to you, Coach Kabethi, we've seen Morocco, wamefika. Atlas Lion just arrived in preparation for the tournament. Now, before we talk about the Atlas Lion, the Moroccan team, do you think that Harambee Stars made the right decision? You as a coach, in a coach perspective, do you think it made the right decision not playing for the tournament?
As a coach, I will say yes. I think, of course, the Four Nation tournament was to improve the match sharpness of the players, what we call the match fitness and everything. However, I always believe if you prepare for a tournament, you have to create a scenario that is closest or similar to the scenario you're going to compete with. In terms of playing the tournament in Tanzania, I don't think we are going to play chance. Actually, we're not going to play our chance in Tanzania. So I feel everything should be close to the scenarios you're going to experience during the CHAN competition. So in terms of the weather, in terms of the surface, because if you see what coach was mentioning, the preparation and basically
The standards.
the standards of that. Basically, if I go to the words of the coach, was one of the reasons they withdrew is to create a scenario where they avoid injuries, because it will make sense. You prepare for something, then when that opportunity or when the due day comes, then you lack a few players because of something you will have avoided. But still, we've withdrawn, yes. What have we done as an alternative? Because playing against friendly matches like Police, well, it's a good match, but remember our league is off-season. So I don't think the Kenyan Police squad was as sharp as the opponents you're going to get in the CHAN. So withdrawing is it was a good thing, my view. But then I wish we had a better alternative, because you do not withdraw, then you substandard. You go to a substandard situation.
I'd like to differ with Coach. I feel Coach is just not being sincere. Why am I saying he's not being sincere? When he says that the conditions within East Africa is the same. The weather within East Africa is the same. That's why I still believe that we ought to have played that match. Because what outweighs the other? The fact that the conditions, I beg to differ with my coach, with all due respect to Benny. I beg to differ with him because I was in Karatu. The situation, yes, might not have been the ideal situation, the ideal environment, but surely we are in Africa. And we know that at times you have to look at things differently. Our match against Tanzania could have been way productive to the team, both on the pitch and off the pitch, because psychologically we are moving into a tournament having not played any match. He's talking about playing Police, and I like what he said, that in terms of the competitiveness, Police are currently off-season. And when we are moving into a tournament, surely, we ought to play good friendlies. There was a talk that we were to play against Nigeria, because Nigeria were to land in Kenya before they moved to because they are playing their matches in Zanzibar. So they were to land in Nairobi and then get a friendly. But all said and done, I think for me it was a mistake to withdraw a team from Karatu, because if in any case we were talking about injuries, then why did we travel? By the time we were leaving Nairobi, we knew very well that we were going to play 3 matches in that 1 week. So why, if in any case we felt that injuries, and I believe that the Federation did not confirm to play that tournament without the coach's consent, because the coach is the head of the technical team, and of course, when you're engaging that technical team, you have to consult him. I think there were other undercurrents. I think there were other issues that really contributed to the fact that we didn't play. But that is now behind us. I believe the first match against DR Congo should be an indicator of if in any case Kenya is going to perform. Because for me, I think Morocco is a stronger side. Zambia might also be a stronger side. So if we are looking at a weak link in our group, I believe this is DR Congo, and it's our first match. We need to get a convincing win, or even let's say we need to get a win in that match so that we can get that confidence. Because Tanzania are currently so confident, winning 2 matches against a very stubborn side in Uganda, and a defending champion, and they didn't win 1 goal, or they scored 2 goals. I watched Tanzania played against Senegal, and it was fantastic. You could see the atmosphere. That CHAN atmosphere was brought into that match. In terms of losing, I still believe that Kenya lost by not playing in Karatu.
Okay, Arocho, you were at Karatu in Tanzania, and there was a lot of